You know what I was thinking? It's super cold out. Let's go work on my car. Might as well, right? I don't feel like being stuck in the house all day. So I'm out in the garage. Got some lake effect snow going. And been meaning to try and figure out what's wrong with my ABS in my E30 for a while now. My ABS has never worked in my E30, and I've never taken the time to see what the problem was. I've just driven it and not really worried about it, but I'd like to see if I can get it working. You know, it's a nice thing to have when you're driving in the winter and on slippery surfaces and stuff like that. And I'd really just like everything on this car to work. And that's one of the few things left I've got to fix. So if I can't fix it for some reason, I might just end up deleting it totally. But I do have some spare parts laying around, like a spare ABS pump and control unit. We'll go through the list of things that it might be, check those off. I do have a wiring diagram that I'm going to follow, starting from the top, and that would be to make sure the light on the dash comes on, and I don't think it does, so that's where we're going to start. Okay, so if I remember correctly, my ABS light doesn't come on when I power this up. I don't know if that's a sign that the relay's blown or the fuse is blown, but we're going to start there. We're going to look at that diagram and see where this light gets its power from, if it doesn't come on. Yeah, so it's not on, and that's indicating that there's some kind of problem starting either with a power going to the ABS unit or the control unit, or maybe there's a bulb out in the dash. We're going to take a look at all those possible issues here in just a moment. Well, that escalated quickly. Probably tore out more than I needed to, but I hate when the stupid upper column cover gets stuck on here and I can't get this piece out. Really, my only goal was to see if the bulb for the analog brakes indicator was burnt out or not. So I needed to get the instrument cluster out to get to that. So I checked it out. The bulb, in fact, was blown. I plugged a new one in, and lo and behold, the light comes on. So I guess the next step is to check resistance at the wheel speed sensors, all 4 of them. I guess before that, I'm going to check the relays at the ABS pump in the engine bay. So that'd probably be the next logical thing to do. And then I'll check the resistance at the speed sensors. Well, that's not a good sign. There's usually a cover on top here that covers up the relays and this plug. And also, I didn't do that. So yeah, that's kind of suspect. I guess we'll go from here, see what's going on, and also check out that relay. Probably pop this plug off, see if there's any corrosion in there. So I took the covers off the relays to make sure they're physically working, and they are. This one controls the pump here, so if you activate that one, you can hear the pump running. This one is the relay for the 3 solenoids in here, which I can activate by grounding out specific pins on the ABS connector here. And I did that. They all 3 of them do physically work. You can hear them clicking over inside the hydraulic unit, so that's promising. What I did find is I took my multimeter and I ohmed out all 4 ABS sensors. They all show good resistance except the right rear ABS sensor. and currently that one's open circuit right now. I went into my parts stash and grabbed a rear sensor. I made sure this one ohmed out good. It sits at like 92 ohms. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this one, and I'm gonna put everything back together and see if this fixes the problem. I don't see that there's any other issue, maybe besides the ABS control unit. So hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's just the ABS sensor that was causing the ABS system not to function. Let's put it together and see what happens. Had to use a little bit of force, but I got it out. Had to use the trusty air hammer. Yeah, there's a reason that there was a open circuit reading on my multimeter for this sensor. Hiding under some tape. There's some split wires right around here. So I don't know if something maybe flung up and hit this at one point. I don't know. It definitely happened before I owned the car. So yeah, I'm gonna take this sensor out and replace it with my used one that had a good resistance reading, and should be good to go, hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right guys, I got it all back together. It's snowing out right now. I'm gonna go take it for a test drive and see if the ABS works. The light's off, so that's promising. It's a little foggy in here. Waiting for the heat to kick in. Here we go. Well guys, I'm out driving around the block here. It's super icy right now. Doesn't look like it, but it is. See, I tested out the ABS a couple times. It seems to be working really well. I think I need to do a brake bleed. I think there's some moisture in my lines, maybe some air trap from the ABS not being activated for a long time, but I would definitely call that a win as far as getting the ABS fixed. So I would say if you're having ABS problems, all your ABS sensors to rule out one of those being a problem, because if just one of them is open circuit or has the wrong resistance, the ABS isn't going to work. So definitely check that out. And yeah, I'll try to get a video of the ABS working here in a minute. I got to get off this main road first. All right, I'm going to see if I can get the ABS activation on camera here. I don't know how well it's going to come through, but I guess I was surprised in the last video with the clutch noise. So here we go. Yeah, it works great. Makes a lot of noise, like the older ABS systems do. Yeah, so that pretty much sums that up. I fixed that just by replacing the right rear sensor. So yeah,